It's Madden NFL 23. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Niners and the Panthers. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
A bit of a chill in the air, and temps supposed to drop about 10 more degrees, but otherwise a great night for football here in Uptown Charlotte at Bank of America Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Pinheiro about set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader, and that's Brock Purdy.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment, running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Purdy. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The football will come out to the 25 as McCloud will not return it. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Play action, now Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On first down, Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect. They'll try and pick up another first down.
Now Purdy. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy sets up to throw again. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
We see Carolina's offense getting set for their first possession here, and at quarterback, his 2nd season with the Panthers, Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise, and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here at their own 19-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And he's got room. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
The way this game is going, the way that they possess the ball on the other side of the field, you go 3 and out here, you might not see the ball again until the 2nd quarter.
Play action. It's Darnold. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Panthers have the 1st. It's a gain of 12.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. Dancing to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. After the interception, here's Darnold. Checks this down to Hubbard. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 42 yards rushing for him now, just his first 3 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw is Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. A football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Let's take a closer look at him. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second and a couple, Darnold. That'll be caught right side, Chenault with it. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Niners in that first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This one fielded at the 5. The Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here at the 31-yard line. Darnold throw complete there to Thomas. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
All right, you and I both know that was a lucky play, but you got to give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip. but use his side. I mean, tight ends going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 63 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
On first down, it's Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Foreman. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That's going to be caught. It's Chenot. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost, and now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Purdy looking to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Purdy now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Yahoo. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short gain.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now Purdy. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw again on second down. Purdy. Kittle catching the slam. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. He'll get this underneath. And the ball is knocked out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And the Panthers coming out now. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And Darnold wants to throw the football. Looking long for Thomas. They've got his man complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So Sam Darnold not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And it's just more of the same, a little bit of the whole hum in this one. We've seen plenty of this in this game already. These guys, they're not letting up on the accelerator, and they're going to keep throwing the ball deep and daring you to stop it.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pinched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.